You're looking for a well-paying side hustle, but the last thing you want to do is ship boxes out of your garage or sell your feet to randos online. But the truth is you need to find a side hustle that works for you now. Otherwise, you could be spending the next 5 years in a job you hate, watching your bills pile up, never traveling, never building your own thing, and feeling like you missed your chance. Luckily, there's a side hustle that requires no previous experience, and I've made over $100,000 doing it. And I've helped students like Dee Dee and Phil, who were both working full-time jobs, earn thousands on the side doing this. It's kind of like blowing into one of those old Nintendo cartridges. It's just one little trick that unlocks an entire world of opportunities. What's the hustle? It's creating social media posts for brands as a UGC creator. So in this video, I'll tell you why it's perfect for Gen Xers, how to get started, and how to land your first brand deal before another year slips by. So, how does this work? What are you getting paid to do? And how can you start? To understand what UGC is, we need to talk about two people, Matt Damon and your best friend. Let's call him Chris. Both Matt and Chris are nice people. They like beer, cars, coffee, and a bunch of other stuff. And your relationship with Chris is really good. If Chris sees a movie and he likes it and he tells you about it, you are likely to trust Chris's opinion. Now, Matt, you probably don't chat with him, but you see him in commercials. He's in commercials for Dunkin' Donuts and Stella Artois? I don't know if I pronounced that right. When you see Matt, you know he's getting paid to promote the product. When you see Matt in a Dunkin' Donuts commercial, you're probably not like, whoa, Matt likes Dunkin' Donuts, I should go get Dunkin' Donuts. On the other hand, if Chris tells you that he likes something, then you are more than likely going to try it. And brands understand that celebrities don't always sell products, but they know that a recommendation from a person that seems normal or that you know is likely to lead to a purchase. And that's what user-generated content is. Ads made by normal people that brands use on their social media pages. If you've ever scrolled Instagram or TikTok, then you have seen one of these videos. They're not polished, they seem raw and authentic. These videos come in lots of different styles. There are tutorials, talking heads, podcasts, skits, street interviews, hotel tours. What's great is that you don't need to post these videos on your own social media platforms. Brands don't care how many followers you have. Brands don't care if you have never made content before. All you need to do is to be able to make great UGC videos. So if you're over 40, you probably think that social media jobs are just for young people in their 20s. But what if your age is an advantage in making content? It's true that most UGC creators are in their 20s and 30s. These were people that grew up with social media and became comfortable talking to the lens. They wanted to be influencers and creators, so when UGC came along, it was perfect for them to jump into and start making content. While most UGC creators are younger, most consumers aren't. Think of the stuff that you buy for your advanced age. You're probably buying menopause, prostate pills, ED, gut health. These are all things for older people, and people in their 20s and 30s, they can't relate to our problems. You're not going to have a 35-year-old sell menopause pills. It just doesn't work like that. Brands need creators that are over 40 to talk about these products. You've got your own wide open space of menopause and hemorrhoid products. And I speak from experience, the checks for the hemorrhoid products cash just as well as the checks for regular products. So leaning into your age is an incredibly smart idea. There's so much opportunity for creators over 40, and if you don't get on this now, you're losing out on money to people with less life experience when that money is there for you, just ready to grab. And if you want to get started doing UGC, I've got a free guide for you to check out. The link is in the description below. So why is UGC perfect for beginning creators over 40 who want to make money fast? For many content creators, think influencers or YouTubers, their ability to make money relies on building an audience. And this is something that can take months or years to do. And this is because their primary way to make money is by reaching out to brands and telling them, hey, I'd love to promote your product in front of my 400,000 followers or subscribers. For UGC, you're not building an audience. You're making videos for brands that they post on their pages. Doesn't matter how many followers you have. You just need to be able to make good videos. The other thing that makes UGC very beginner friendly is the equipment. When I started as a video producer, I needed to spend thousands of dollars to get different lenses, nice cameras, lighting, editing software, just insane amount of money. For UGC, all you need is a phone, a tripod, an attachment to attach your phone to the tripod, a microphone, and something to edit on. If you're old and like me, you are more desktop and laptop than on your phone. The barrier to entry is so low. But the problem is, the barrier to entry is so low, which means anyone can start. And if you don't start soon, you will be missing out on brand deals and it'll be very hard to catch up. You don't need a lot of equipment. You just need to be able to make great videos. You might still be thinking, this is great, but I've never done anything like this before. Can someone like me really make this work? Some of the most successful UGC creators I know didn't have any content creation or video experience before they started. This isn't a fluke. This isn't some special case. I've seen this happen for so many other people. For example, there's Phil. He's a former high school teacher. He started UGC as a side hustle and started getting deals really fast. Another one is Ellie. She's a rabbi who had no content creation experience, and now she's doing really well on a platform called Fiverr. Unfortunately, Ellie is also a Yankees fan. I don't hold that against her all that often. Lastly, there's Dee Dee. She's a executive recruiter who started UGC as a side hustle, and now she is making thousands on the side while still doing a full-time job. She even does pet UGC, getting her dog involved to help pay the rent. My students aren't influencers. These people don't want to build an audience. They're regular people over 40 with day jobs who wanted to build a creator lifestyle that works for them. If they can do it, you can do it too. If you're interested in being a UGC creator, but you still have some doubts or hangups or questions, book a free call with me down in the description below. Be happy to share my wisdom. Maybe all of this still sounds too good to be true. Let me share with you what's possible by sharing my story. In September of 2022, I was fired from a video producer job that I absolutely hated. It was nothing really new, but I was confident that with my video producer skills, I'd be able to land a new full-time job in no time. But a year later, in September 2023, I was still unemployed. I was depressed, finances were bad, it was hurting my family. The only thing I could do was Uber, couldn't get an interview. I felt washed up as a 49-year-old looking for work. But in November of 2023, I saw an article called "Your Mom Should Be Doing UGC." This was a light bulb moment, and I knew I had to give it a shot. So I made 6 UGC example videos, and I posted them on Twitter. And within 3 days of putting my videos out there, I made $100. And felt on top of the world. And then a day later, I got a 3-video deal for $1,200. I felt like I had made it. A year later, after doing UGC, I had made $55,000. And since I started UGC, I have made over $100,000 making videos in my living room. It felt like switching from dial-up to broadband. Everything was faster and more alive and energetic. If I hadn't tried, I would probably still be driving an Uber, wondering why my skills were unnoticed and unappreciated. Okay, so how much do these brand deals actually pay? Is it what people on the internet say, like, I made $600 taking a shower? Or is there more to it? So I'll talk about that. When you're starting out, you can expect to make between $75 to $150 for one UGC video. The average deal for one UGC video varies between $100 to $500 for one video. There is the rare occasion for you to make $1,000 for one video, but those aren't 30-second videos. Those are things that last for 5-6 minutes and probably takes you a day to film. If you're part-time, you can expect to make between $1,000 to $3,000 a month. If you're full-time like me, it varies between $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Yes, there are slow months. That's just how it works. Last month was really slow. This month is not really slow. But when it's a slower month, you have time, flexibility to take a day off on a Tuesday, hang out with your kids, your family, your wife, go to a movie on a Thursday afternoon, which is what I do frequently, go to a theme park or whatever it is you do. This isn't passive income. You need to put yourself out there consistently. And we're gonna put that word up in big text because I just need to ram it into your brain. Consistently. That consistency will pay off. I've made over $100,000 doing UGC, and you can do that as well. So where do you actually find these paid opportunities, and how can you connect with brands that need your help? I want to slam the door on something that you may hear about on social media, and you do not need to directly pitch to brands in order to make money as a UGC creator. So many coaches out there are telling you to pitch to brands and trying to get you to buy a email template that they wrote, or some are actually selling brand contact information. Pitching is essentially writing to people at brands and telling them that you'd like to work for them. It is a really good way to make a good amount of money, but it is insanely time consuming. You need to figure out who the person is at the brand you need to write to. You need to find their email address. You need to write your email, and you need to come up with some ideas for them that they might like. You need to do research on other brands. So when you write to that brand, you know the best idea to write to them. And I'm spending a lot of time getting my information in front of one person where I could be spending more time getting it in front of hundreds of people. And that's the primary way that I have made money, is by posting my UGC example videos on social media. You can do this on TikTok, on Instagram. I have found that the best way to get contacted by brands for them to see me is through Twitter. Since I've started, I have consistently posted my UGC example videos on Twitter. I do it twice a day, Monday through Friday. Another way that I do get work is through apps and UGC platforms. These are essentially job boards where you go and apply for the job. These are apps like Billo, B-Roll, Join Brands, and Incense, Kohi, Vivoto. Getting yourself out consistently on social media is the way that I recommend to get UGC deals. There are lots of ways to get brand deals, but here's the thing: if you never take that first step, if you don't get yourself out there and start your journey as a UGC creator, you have no idea how well you could do. There's more information on setting up your social media profile for brands to find you easily in that Kickstarter guide that I mentioned. Link in the description below. The jobs are out there, but many people over 40 never land a single brand deal. But it's not because they try and fail, it's because they never start. Why is that? I've talked with hundreds of people who want to start becoming a UGC creator, but I keep hearing the same excuses. I'm too old, I'm not good on camera, I don't understand the technology. And here's the thing about technology. You learned how to use AOL, and you learned how to make like a really good mixtape, burning it to it like a tape or a CD. You can figure out the technology. We are so savvy, we don't give ourselves enough credit for all those technological changes. My editor right now is like Googling what a cassette tape is. If you figured out like an AOL chat room, you can definitely film a 30-second video for a brand. If you don't push past that first level of discomfort, then you will stay stuck, sitting from the sidelines while all these other older creators who were willing to put themselves out there earn money that should be yours. My students are like Phil, Dee Dee, Chris, Veronica, Ellie. Every creator I coached thought they were too old or too afraid of the technology until they started doing it and making real money. And that's when they became believers in themselves and their opportunities to make good money making content. If you're ready to try this yourself, what does the first step look like? What is a plan for you to start doing UGC? First, find 5 products that older people use. Menopause, prostate, gut health. Oh, what else am I doing? Oh, hemorrhoids, the good old hemorrhoids. And then get one product that you like yourself. Next, study UGC videos to understand how they're made, what the structure is. go on social media, do hashtag UGC example to see how videos are made. This is my website right here. Go take a look at all of my videos. You need to understand the structure of how to create a UGC video. And then make your videos. Write them, film them, and edit them. Post your videos on your preferred social media profile using hashtags like UGC, UGC Creator, and then look for opportunities on some of those UGC platforms that I mentioned. And then just keep repeating the process over and over again. Keep making videos, keep putting them out there, keep applying to jobs. The more consistent you are in making better videos, the more you're putting yourself out there, the more likely you are to be noticed by a brand. Your UGC example videos are your calling card, and they show brands everything that you have to offer. Focus on making those incredible UGC example videos, and brand deals will be easy to get. And watch this video to learn exactly how you can land those sweet brand deals once you have those incredible UGC example videos.